What is up, everyone? It's Bark again, barking about music. I'm going to be dropping quite a few videos talking music. I like all kinds. And today we're going to talk about sometimes why. The new album from Yelawolf and Shooter Jennings. Man, Ghost Impera up there for album of the year early on in this new 2022 that's almost a quarter of the way through. That is going to be up there for my album of the year candidates. What do my opinions matter? Who cares what my album of the year is? I don't know. I'm talking about it. You either want to listen or you don't. You move on, find someone else. There's tons of people out there to listen to. But Impera by Ghost is a modern masterpiece. I'll just say it. Can't get it off my brain. But there's another album I can't get off my brain, and it came out the same day, just a couple of days ago, as Impera by Ghost, and it is Yelawolf and Shooter Jennings, Sometimes Why, as seen down here somewhere. And this album is also 80s infused. 80s infused all the way through. Now, Yelawolf in 2021 came out with a bunch of albums. I'm a Yelawolf fan. He came out with Yelawolf, Black Sheep, which was him and Kasky. I don't know who Kasky is, but that was a good album. Then he had Turquoise Tornado, which was him and Riff Raff, and it was a good album. Then he also released, all in the same year, Slum Mafia, which was him and DJ Paul, which was also pretty solid. And then he did Mile Zero, which was him and DJ Muggs. I liked it. And he also had Mudmouth, which I believe was just him. Now you got Sometimes Why, him and Shooter Jennings. I heard a single off this album not that long ago. It's probably been about a month. It was Make Me a Believer. And that came out and I was like, what is this? Like, this is Yelawolf singing with rock music. And I was just kind of blown away. Instant fan. Love that track. A few more tracks came out. One was hit and miss. The other was like, oh, I don't know yet. Let me let it sink in. But by those three tracks, you knew that Yelawolf was releasing a rock album. Let's get right to it. Let me say something real quick. MGK, not a fan. Sorry, MGK folks, just not my thing. I respect him. I'm an Ohio guy. He's an Ohio guy. I have respect for all these artists, but I'm still going to say I don't like something. And MGK, never really done anything I liked. I haven't deep dove into his discography, but everything I've heard, I've just, especially the pop punk stuff. And I'm a pop punk guy from the 90s. I don't like him doing rock. It is what it is. And I'm a Travis Barker fan, but it just is what it is. Yelawolf does everything MGK does better. That's where I was going with that. Yelawolf does everything that MGK does, but better. And now he's proven he can do rock better. In my opinion. But this album is absolutely fantastic, especially if you like 80s infused, with a little punk infused, with a little rap infused. Very little spoken word, by the way, or rap. I'll get there. But this album, if you're a fan of rock, go check it out. Ignore the name Yelawolf if you're not a rap fan, and just go check this album out. Let's start out from the top. Title track, Sometimes Why. Fucking banger. This song goes like Black Keys, Gary Clark Jr. with some gunfire vocals just right after a little bit of an intro, and it just kind of knocks your doors off because you're like, what is this? This is Yelawolf? This is Yelawolf? It's Yelawolf. Fantastic track. I gave it a 10. A 10. I like it that much. Song 2, Hole in My Head. Yella sounds great singing softly. This is a Springsteen-ish jam, and it's a really good one too. I know I sound optimistic about the last album and this album, but I can assure you there's going to be some album reviews on this channel that are very much pessimistic. But Hole in My Head, it's a 9. Great track. 2 for 2 so far. Track 3, Rock and Roll Baby. I didn't love this one when it was released as a single, but my God, is it good. It's got a little bit of a perfect circle to it. Got that vibe going on with it. And this took a minute to grow on me, but it grew on me massively in a very short time, somewhat like Ghost. And I gave this a 10. It's like an 80s modern weird, a perfect circle vibe song, friggin' 10. So we got 10, 9, 10. Holy crap. The next song is Make Me a Believer. Love this instantly. It's a little Springsteen-ish as well, mixed with a little bit of pop punk. It's a 10 for me. This album is just knocking it out of the park. Out of nowhere. Didn't even know this was being worked on until Make Me a Believer came out. And I was like, what the shit just happened? What is Yelawolf doing? The guy can apparently do anything. Track 5, Shoestring. This is very Yella. Also with a bit of an Andre 3000 impression. And it's not really my thing. Gave it a 3. A little too talky. A little too weird. First low point on the album. We're halfway through and we just now hit a low point. That's not bad. Track 6 is Radio. This is more 80s than anything else I'd heard on the album to this point. And I love this one too. I gave it a 9. It's 80s, but it's good. It's just catchy as hell. Almost every song on this album is catchy as hell. Track 7, Jump Out the Window. More Springsteen vibes coming. More 80s. And again, it's good. It's a 7. Not one of the strongest tracks, but it's damn close. Solid 7 for me. Track 8, Catch You on the Other Side. Yella sounds really good singing rock vocals. Really good. This one was a little slow for me, even though he's great vocally, but it's still okay. I gave it a 6. Track 9, Fucked Up Day. Lot to dissect here. It's got Michael Jackson vibes. There's Guns N' Roses vibes. There's Pulp Fiction vibes. There's a lot to unwrap in this song. This is going to be one of the ones that I have to really listen to more as I listen to this album, focus, hone in on what's going on here. But it's a very complex jam that at this time is a solid 7 for me. Definitely room to grow. What an album so far. Then we got the closer. It ends with a banger called Moonshiner's Run. And it is, you got some spoken stuff going on before the song starts, but it's pretty entertaining. And there's a lot to unwrap here too. It's very punkish, yet some 80s vibes. Got some Wolfmother-like sounds in there. It's a nice song, too. It's a 7. This album, man, mostly high scores. A total composite score for this album, 8.4. Again, the more I listen to this, it could jump right up to the 9 spectrum. But Yelawolf and Shooter Jennings, what a match made in heaven. I don't know whose idea it was to go 80s vibe on this, or even just rock vibe. I know Shooter Jennings did some stuff with Marilyn Manson. That was pretty good. Now he's doing stuff with Yelawolf, and I'm loving every second of it. I love Yelawolf. I'm a big Yelawolf guy, and this album is just up there with his best, if not the best. It's a really good, modern, vibey 80s rock album. I don't know what's going on with this 80s resurgence. I know you got the 90s resurgence in fashion. Everyone has a damn Nirvana shirt these days. But now musically, we're getting an 80s infusion. Even The Weeknd. The Weeknd's album, and I listen to that, I can't get into it. There's some pessimism for you. I didn't like that album at all, but it was very 80s-ish as well. Sounded like the soundtrack to the movie Tron, the new Tron. Weird album. Didn't really dig it. Not a big Weeknd fan either. But I was definitely open to it. I'm open to a lot of stuff. My wife got me into Post Malone. I didn't think I was a fan. She told me to try this and that and this and that. Next thing you know, I like Post Malone. Then I find out he's talented as shit to go along with his albums being good. But Yelawolf and Shooter Jennings really produced a banger here. A fantastic album. Again, if you like rock at all, go check it out. I don't think you will be disappointed. I really don't. I want to hear your thoughts about it down below, because to me, it's that and Ghost neck and neck. Ghost is a little higher. That album's a masterpiece. This is really, really, really good. It's up there, man. Go check it out. Let me know what you think of it below. Or if you've already checked it out, go ahead and let me know right now what you thought about it. But it's an 8.4, solid as hell album. I'm sick of Barkin music for today. That's a lie. I'll probably do another video in a little bit because there's something else I want to talk about. But go check this one out, man. Thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. Hit the notification bell, all that shit that everybody says on their YouTube videos. Whatever. I'll see you next time.